Hi, welcome to the first edition, I should say, of playing a budget deck in the series. I'm going to start off a little bit, I guess, a little bit different than I was anticipating. Originally, I thought I was going to brew new decks for these, but I just don't really have the time with everything that went on. So instead, I'm going to be playing a deck that I actually wanted to, I just kind of want to play. So this is one of the decks that I featured in the three meta decks videos. So I might peer some of these, the ones I think could be the better of the decks, in this lot for a couple weeks while I brew other additional list. So this is a nice little way for making me where I can actually make sure I get a really good list in that are not in those videos. So like I said, today we're gonna be playing Boros Heroic. This is a good deck overall, and I think this is a pretty reasonable deck to start out with if you're planning on going on a budget. If you like this kind of content, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, hit that notification for future videos. We're on our way to 1,000 subs. Let's get there together. Let's get into the deck list and see the deck in action. So our deck list, we have 4 clever Illuminancers, 4 favorite Hoplites, 4 Swift Spears, 4 Virtuosas. As our creature base, we have 4 Angers, 3 Courages, pretty solid sorcery speed interactions pieces, 3 escapes plus 3 rescues as our choice of protection. Yeah, I get it. It's a little bit worse going into the bounce pixie decks, but we'll have to deal with that when we get to it. 4 strikes for a little bit of extra, target heroic. I guess I could have tried the mouse, but the issue with the mouse is I don't really want more copies of, the Hoplite and the Virtuosa. I want cards that just get boosted when I cast spells targeting those two, which is why I'm not playing the mouse. I think Hoplite is better than the mouse in this deck, especially since it's great. It's better against burn removal. We have 4 Monstrous Rages because it's just like the best card to target your stuff with. Gives a huge boost, gives them trample. 2 Reckless Rages in one of the board for a little bit of removal that targets our own stuff. 1 hazard, 2 shelters for a little bit of protection. Our rares go into our Sacred Foundries and Vantages. These are just the best lands in the deck, so we're going to pick those up. We have Infusion as a way to deal with opposing prowess decks. So that way, if you don't have a 1-drop creature, we can still be able to answer their best thing. 2 Lantern of the Lost for a little bit of graveyard hate. 2 Light of Hope for a little bit of enchantment hate. 1 Reckless Rage for a little bit of removal. Destroy Evil for enchantment removal. And big creatures. We have 2 Mage Bane Lizards for Phoenix. We have 2 Shelter by Ghost for aggro. 2 Sunblessed Healers. Pretty solid against heavy amounts of removal. We can get back the Virtuosa and then be able to start going off the falling turn. So that's what we're trying out today. See if this deck has what it takes to compete in the current Pioneer meta. A Swamp. Wait, Thoughtseize? Sure. Which 1-drop you taking? I doubt you take Virtuosa, right? Taking some time. Swift Spear. Okay. Play Hoplite, say go. This is probably Waste Not if I had to guess, but based on the double black. Go for the throat. There you go. We're definitely passing here because we want to play Virtuosa and target it in the same turn. We are drawing way too many lands. Go ahead and discard a Vantage because it's ETB sapped. Graveyard Trespasser. Alright, you clearly don't have a push because you would have used it. Hitcha. Play versus Monstrous Rage. Get rid of the Carnival. Play a Strike. Get rid of a Illuminancer. Alright. Pump, pump, pump. Go. I guess I should have played the land. I would have won. Touche. Yeah, I should have played the land untapped. I would have played the strike too, and I would have won. But you might have removal now. Or not. So we probably want healer. I guess rage, maybe? Discard 1 Monstrous Rage. Clever Illuminancer, because it's probably not as good against a black deck. I'd rather have the healer and a strike. I don't like that. No discard, huh? Hoplite, go. Tome. All right. Swift Spear. Shove. Go. Slasher. I think it's correct to hit the Slasher here. He is tapped out, so it makes sense. Make him tap. Catch ya. Say go. It's always important in this matchup to leave up Rescue. Now, if I draw another white source, I'm probably definitely going to Courage. Pump the Favor. Hoplite. Go to combat. Catch ya. Rescue. Go. It gains a little bit of life. Now, I think it's correct not to pump Hoplite here. I mean, most likely he'll just chump the Hoplite with Mutavolt. So it's wise to actually pump a Swift Spear. Alright, we sack the 2-3. Alright, so you got a 3. Voyagermtg, say go. Graveyard Trespasser, he goes to 4. Catch ya. Pump here. I guess I should have just done the Hoplite. A Virtuoso, I guess that would have been lethal. True. Don't do that. Yeah. That backfired. I punted. Because I would have pumped there, assuming he didn't have a way to kill my threat. I'm pretty sure I have enough basics. So you're kind of just helping me by spending my lands out of my deck. Alright, I guess we lose. I punted. That was my bad. Hoplite, go. So I'm kind of really mad at myself, right? I mean, because I actually did a really decent job playing into this deck. But I just made that one gigantic error. It was definitely correct to play the Anger here to draw into something else. That's probably an incorrect move, though. Because you should wait until I actually try to target my dude. Get rid of the Hoplite. Hit ya. Go. Ouch. Yeah, that one mistake is going to cost me this entire match. Go. And I still could win this game, but I had him all too far against a black deck. Alright, so they trade. Go. Yeah, that, like I said, this is 100% my fault. I can't believe it. I should have done the math there. And we lose. Alright, 0-1, let's get into the next. Play Luminancer, go. Tap Parlor. Hoplite, go. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next turn. I could do Swift Spear plus Strike. This might be... Okay, NT. That's better. Shove in there. Pump the hoplite, of course. Pump the hoplite. There you go. Now, there's definitely an argument there leaving up the rescue. But he should not be able to answer my hoplite in red most of the time. Now, his white could do it, for sure. Trying to think what white card he could have. Maybe Get Lost. The fact that he's attacking is kind of weird. A Bremen. Interesting. Kellen. Get Frisky. I kind of want to make him trigger him to attack my Swift Spear here. There we go. I baited him. Yep, and we win. This is probably Boros Legends, if I had to guess. Maybe a Rage. Again, trim on Luminancers. And I think we want to cut probably one strike. Run it like that. Mox Hammer. So it is Boros Legends. Kellen. Why Hoplite go? So I think my goal here is strictly to try to Mountain, Rage, and go from there. I could leave up Rescue. Now, if he has a removal spell, I should use it right now while I'm tapped out. Again, I'm trying to bait a removal spell. This is when he should be using it. Exactly. So I could use Rescue, but I think at this point it makes more sense to prevent the damage. Keep the Rescue for another day, because he has probably more removal spells than just that. And I think it makes more sense to leave this Rescue back. I definitely could have prevented him from gaining 3 life, but I don't think 3 life is where I need to be worried. So I think I play Virtuosa because it's the most dangerous of my threats. And at this point, I just need to leave back Rescue. I'm trying to get him to do anything to me as I slowly take him down with this Hoplite. Now, Kithing is not really a threat right now, right? Because he needs to actually attack with 3 things. And he can't really attack with Kithian. I guess he could. And he can make it indestructible. Yeah, take it. I can care less. Right, because I block it, he indestructibles it. Maybe that's a smart choice. Doesn't that not take anything out? Yeah, that hurts him. That's fair. I play Luminancer. Get Frisky. And the reason I play Luminancer, again, I don't want too many cards that on the board that require me to target them to get the advantage, which is why we're playing Luminancer and not the mouse, right? Because it actually wants to be targeted. We get there. So we should be 2-0, but we're 1-1. Let's get into the next. Play Hoplite. Goop. Okay, Rakdos land into Kamano. So this is Rakdos Prowess. Now, for me, Virtuosa is the most damage output. We'll go for it. Hit ya. So maybe you could have argued that I should have played Luminancer last turn, but that doesn't seem right, because I just can't really pump this thing until this turn right here. So right here, I think I'm going to go ahead and just Swift Spear, go to combat, get Frisky, don't ask questions. We'll pump the Virtuosa to increase damage output this turn. I don't think I need the Luminancer. And I think I just pass. Now this Vantage is not really a land I want to keep. Tap land doesn't make any sense. So I probably play this Mountain. Go ahead and Rage, targeting the Virtuosa. Because he is kind of at the point where he has to force. Unless he can win this turn. There is that possibility. Yeah, the Fling effect. Yeah, Fling. So we have Ghost. We have Rage. We have Infusion. At this point, we need to trim back on pump spells. The most likely the best candidate is Strike. Trample does matter in this matchup. And maybe one Courage. He will be bringing in Fatal Pushes, so Escape, Rescue, still semi-necessary. Run it like this. So we play Foundry, Hoplite, Goo. Now, we said the Prey doesn't have a Fatal Push. It's a Mountain, so that's not really something I gotta worry about. So we play the land. Go ahead and Rage. And get Frisky. Leave up Escape. Say go. Challenger. Gets Frisky. Sure, take it. So it's 2 counters. Sad, I'm not able to get it. Be an untapped land. I really want to leave up the Lauren's Escape, but that doesn't seem feasible. Here's a Fatal Push. We get wrecked for it. Infuriate. Okay. Do you have a? Okay, so no Fling effect. We have a Hoplite. Say go. A Hazoret. Pump it. Yep. Kind of need to wait for the jury shelters to get through lethal. For the most part, I think everything he has is red. Yeah, we lose. So we should be 2-1, but we just lose. All right, let's get into the wrap up. So what do we think about this deck overall? So you kind of found out the reason why we play the infusions in the board. Rakdos Prowess is one of our more difficult matchups. Typically also black-based decks are a little bit more difficult. Fatal Push. Again, we got really punished because of Carnival. If we would have an untapped land, we would have been able to leave up the Escape, the Protection spell to actually fizzle the removal. We would have kept our Hoplite, I believe it was a Hoplite, still on the board. So we got wrecked by our mana base there. And also we got wrecked by, of course, my play. So on the first match, game 2. So if I would have done it slightly different, I think we could have pushed it to game 3. And I don't necessarily know if he would have won that. Again, like I said, Infusion is kind of a necessary evil in that matchup because you can't always guarantee a 1-drop to get the Reckless Rage turned on, which is why you need Infusion to be able to answer his small, puny prowess threats if you don't have anything. So, but I want to know what you guys think about this deck in the comment section. Does Boros Heroic have the tools to be able to come back? I don't really think there's going to get anything for a little bit, unless Cons brings something. But until then, next time, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you guys next time.